What's up, guys? Wow, Haiden Deegan is something special. He took Tom Vialle's soul. That was one of the most crushing defeats that I've seen any rider take in a long time. But I'm going to get into that. Joe Shimoda almost made me a lot of money. I just wish he didn't have that bad first moto. And also, I got to ask, is Tom Vialle physically hurt? He was limping really bad on the podium. I'm wondering if there's something more. Remember to subscribe. It helps the channel. I really appreciate it. I can keep calling out the knuckleheads like Davey Coombs and the things that they do in the sport. But anyway, if you subscribe, it helps the channel. I appreciate it. So let's get into this.
You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say that's the bad guy.
So if you took a look at the schedule and you said, okay, where is Deegan going to struggle on the schedule? Everybody pointed to Southwick because of his performance last year. He raced some qualifiers for Loretta's back in the day there and didn't do that well. He has shown another level. So we knew he had talent. He has fitness. He has that dog. And what's even scarier is now he has the ability to learn on his weaknesses. Dang, this is a complete rider. This is scary. It is so fun to see a generational talent like this at the level he's at. I mean, he is dog walking these guys in that 250 class. They are scared of him. He owns them, period. The way he went around Levi Kitchen to start that second moto with that incredibly crazy scrub / knack, I don't even know what you call that thing. That's one of those moves where you had to see it to understand how gnarly that was. If I tried to explain that to anybody, dude, Deegan scrubbed, almost flew off they would think I was exaggerating. But if you saw it, you know what I'm talking about. It's ridiculous. The kid is so fun to watch. So I figured he would struggle at Southwick. And damn, once again, this guy keeps proving me wrong. I thought he would be third to fifth, come out with the point lead, and I figured he'd still be fine for the championship. Dude goes out there and wins and straight up smashes Tom Vialle.
And I think I proved you guys wrong with the Santa theory.
And I have to give a lot of credit. Like, he's willing to do whatever work and whatever it takes to get there. Not a lot of people want to go testing, right before a week off when, a lot of guys are going, oh, I get a rest after High Point. He's at Southwick testing when the track was open. That shows you the dedication, the desire. This dude wants to win, and he's willing to do whatever it takes to get there, and it shows. It doesn't hurt that he had one of the best sand riders ever, Max Anstey, there. Now, he was slower than Max Anstey at that test, but you can't tell me having Max Anstey at that test did not help teach him some stuff. Maybe bike setup, maybe some different lines, whatever. That's a good thing to have, and like I said, I commend them for doing that. Everyone else, like the Star team manager said, hey, it was open. Anyone else could have came, but they're the ones that did it. I bet KTM probably regrets not going there. And the way he won was just backbreaking to Tom Vialle. So the first moto, he hole shots and just gets away from him. And Tom's like, okay, well, I can do better the second moto. I got this. So Deegan's out front. Tom's right behind him. And, we look like we're going to have a battle. And had Deegan just went 1-1, that would be backbreaking, but not nearly as bad as what happened. He goes down. Tom's got this giant lead, and they run him back down and just smashed him at the end. I mean, you could just see that was worse. Even though, points-wise, 1-1's better than a 1-2, the way Deegan beat Tom Vialle, Tom's not going to be a problem the rest of the season. As far as the season goes for Tom, it's pretty much over. I mean, unless something catastrophic happens to Deegan, which, this sport's wild. I hope it doesn't happen, but you never know. The good thing for Tom Vialle is now he can stop worrying about this championship, because essentially it's not his to control anymore. It's Deegan's no matter what. Nobody's going to win this title unless Deegan makes a catastrophic mistake. It's his. He's got a 45-point lead. And actually, what's crazy, he has 238 points. Go figure. Number 38, his rookie number 238, and that's how many points he has, 238. But now Tom, he doesn't have to worry about championship pressure because it's pretty much over. So he can go out there and just try and win races and try and regain some of the momentum he had coming out of Supercross. And maybe for Super Duper, he could do a little bit better. But he did have a noticeable limp walking up the podium. I don't know if that was a problem today or not. But if it is a serious injury, maybe now that you're that far out in points, heal that thing back up. Maybe sit out a round or two and come back if it's bothering him to that point. Because, like I said, this championship for him is essentially over. He could regroup and still go after the Super Duper, which is a big deal. The Super Duper is, that's a big championship now, and I think that will grow to be the most prestigious eventually. Hey guys, if you haven't checked out the Coach Rob podcast, you should. Coach did an awesome show the other day where he talked about not working with a particular athlete and how he's the a-hole. I know he doesn't want me to promote, he wants me to promote the amateur podcast, and it's awesome, but just check that one out too. Coach is a good follow, and I think you'll enjoy that channel. Epic Garage Designs. If you want the Father's Day special, you better hurry. Travis will probably extend it a couple days if you hit him up on Monday. $2,100 for a 2-car garage with the vented floor, and $19.99 if you want the solids. Make your garage look badass, but you better hurry. EpicGarageDesigns.com. So Joe Shimoda. Joe Shimoda is like that kid that has super intelligent, but he intentionally bombs tests, so that when he does get an A, the teachers are like, oh, he does it to get rid of the expectations. Well, that's kind of how every season of his starts. Horrible, and then he gradually gets better. And I thought he was going to win. I really thought he did have a good shot at winning. He won the second moto. And had he not had a big issue in the first moto, he might have got me 12-1 odds on my $10. That would have been awesome. I would have appreciated that. I didn't expect it. Like I said, that was a long shot. I was thinking it was 5-1, but I was close. He won the second moto. He has got to figure out how to do good when there's expectations. I don't know what it is about Joe Shimoda, but when there's expectations, he's not good. And as soon as those expectations are lifted and people are like, oh, he's out of the championship, all of a sudden Joe starts riding well in both series. I don't know why that is. Maybe he needs a sports psychologist or something. And yes, I know he had the ankle injury, but it's not just one series. This is a problem. This is a consistent problem with Joe. His teammate, Chance Hymas, in his pseudo rookie year, because his rookie year was last year, but he got hurt, so he did 4 rounds and then was out. So I'm actually considering this his rookie year. He has fixed whatever fitness issues he had, and he is a consistent front runner. And he'll take the win if it's there on the right day, like he did in that second moto at Colorado. But he has established himself as a consistent front runner and podium guy. Chance has shown a noticeable improvement, and that kid can ride, man. He's really good. Now, Levi Kitchen. Levi Kitchen really made a big jump this year in Supercross and almost had that championship. If it wasn't for his teammate McAdoo landing on him and injuring him, that title was essentially his. Ever since then, ever since McAdoo landed on him, it's been all downhill for Levi Kitchen. I mean, it just hasn't gone well. There's been practice crashes, and he just doesn't have that fitness at the end of these motos. You can't go 20 minutes fast and expect to finish well or compete with these guys like Haiden and Chance and Vialle, who are out there just sending it. I don't know what Levi does to fix this, but he needs to, or I don't see him getting any better than this. Maybe he'll be just a Supercross type guy if he can't go 30 minutes. But when it comes to getting a good 450 ride, it's going to be hard if he can't prove that he's got some stamina, because on the 450, you absolutely need even more stamina. The thing about Levi, though, is when you have talent and you can go as fast as he does, a lot of teams will take chances and go with that and think they can be the ones that will fix that issue. Man, he's a good kid, and I really want to see him. It's just sad seeing somebody go backwards at the end of every moto. Guys, dump those X-Brand goggles. Go get yourself some Ride Strapped goggles or your Red Pill shirt or whatever you want from Ride Strapped. This is a company that won't sue your local track. They're badass, so head over to ridestrapped.com. Precision Transport. If you're tired of dealing with trucking companies that don't give you tracking, or when you call, they hang up or just seem really put out, Precision Transport is not one of those. Hit up pretransport.com. They deliver good customer service and good pricing. Hey, how about soon-to-be Triumph rider Jordan Smith? He's in his final few races. I mean, he finishes out the year on Star Yamaha, and then he'll be heading over to the Triumph team. But typically, he doesn't do that good in outdoors. He quietly was very fast at Southwick. I saw him a couple times, and I checked his lap times, and he was really fast. And then I look in the end results, and he's 5th. I was like, dang, that's a quietly good day for Jordan Smith. Good on him. If he could get a little bit better starts, I could see him maybe getting up there and getting a podium this year. How about all those Southwick locals getting their fast times in that B practice? I love seeing that. It really is fun. And Eric Grondal, I got to give a special shout out to Eric Grondal, qualified 15th. Eric's not a full-time racer anymore. Eric just has fun with it. Went out there, rode hard in both motos. I think he was like 26, 28 or something. He didn't get points, but to qualify 15th, long after his real serious racing days are over. Good on Eric Grondal. That was badass. I want to send my best out to Lake Havasu's Julian Boehmer. He was the cause of that red flag in the second moto. I've reached out to him. I'm hoping he's okay. I don't know the extent of his injuries. I will let you guys know as soon as I hear from them what's going on. I'm sure he'll post it on Instagram, but I also did reach out to him. That's a good kid having a great rookie season, and I hope it's nothing serious. So as I'm editing the video, I get a text back from Julian Boehmer, and I don't know if he's truly okay. I'm not gonna lie, he looks a little bit dazed in this picture, but he did give me a thumbs up, so that's a good sign. So Davey Coombs in Racer X, the racer head that he does every week, had more comments about how he got that in outdoor series. Honestly, I just don't want to get into it right now, but I will address that later in a week. But the race was too good to be dragged down by Davey Coombs' crap. I'll talk about that dude later on. Right now, I just want to focus on that race. I'm sorry, Haiden Deegan is must-see TV by himself. He single-handedly made that event exciting. Yes, the 450s is pretty good, and I'll talk about that tomorrow. But the way he did that scrub, I'm sorry, we're going to be talking about that for a long time. That kid is everything this sport has needed in a long time. His brash attitude, whether you like him or don't like him, he sparks your emotions. He makes you want to pay attention. The first thing you want to ask in the 250s is, how did Deegan do? That right there is why he is what he is. He's a badass. All right, guys, thanks, and I will catch you later.